Hey yo, King fight news. Let's get into it. Anthony Joshua, Alexander Povetkin, full fight prediction, the ultimate breakdown. Let's go. All right, let's go. Joshua Povetkin. Let's break it all down, man. Let's break it all down. Okay, so AJ's been in the news recently. He's been talking about, hey, I gotta box clever. I can't fathom the idea of losing. I can't afford to lose. Oh, fans, you gotta treat me you gotta respect me as a person, not as a fighter. like, AJ's been talking some weird shit lately. And I don't know if it's the pressure from the whole Wilder backlash or what it is. But Anthony Joshua's been on some other shit right now, and I don't know where he's at mentally, right? Because he physically he's got the ability to beat Povetkin in a way no one else has. I think he's got the ability to knock out Povetkin. But there are some things that he does in the ring that Povetkin can take advantage of. I'll tell you that right now. There are some things that Anthony Joshua does in the ring that leave him vulnerable on the inside. Which is why every time you see AJ in the ring, them refs are right in there in the fucking scrum. The second someone gets on the inside of Anthony Joshua, these refs are going in there and breaking it up so goddamn early. So, something tells me I need to know the officials going into the. I need to know, because if it's another one of these dudes from Italy or some shit, like, yo, just forget about it. Forget about it. The fix is fucking in. I'll just say it flat out. I'll just say it flat out. If it's some referee you've never heard of, the fix is fucking in. But I don't know what kind of deal Eddie Hearn made with World of Boxing. I don't know if they are involved in the officials or they have to approve the officials. I think that would be very smart of Povetkin's team to really consider, because all of these aspects have an impact on the fight. That's something you got to understand first and foremost. King fight news, more on. But when it comes right down to it, let's just break down attributes. Power, pure punching power. I'm gonna give that to Alexander Povetkin. Anthony Joshua, I'm realizing, is an overrated puncher. I mean, it took him 11 rounds to really badly hurt Vladimir Klitschko, and that was a version of Vladimir Klitschko that was right in front of Anthony Joshua. He was boxing around. He was boxing on his toes through portions of that fight, but AJ had him hurt early, and he let Klitschko get back into the fight. Immediately looking at that moment, and having see AJ get up off the floor, it showed he had heart, it showed he had grit, it showed he had determination, all that great stuff. But when you hurt Klitschko, look at all these guys that have hurt Klitschko in the past. They got him out real early. They got him out fucking right away. Look at Layman Brewster. He had fucking Klitschko, fucking completely exhausted. He didn't even have to knock him out. He couldn't even get up on his own. But, and we saw how Klitschko's been knocked out in the past. He's just been knocked smooth the fuck out every single time. The second he gets hurt, it's over for the dude. So I'm surprised, actually, that AJ hurt him and Klitschko recovered like that and got back into the fight to the point where he was arguably up on the scorecards until the final frame. Ultimately, AJ's flaws make him more entertaining. So what AJ has done is he's dialed back and said, let's not be as entertaining, because I'm getting exposed every time I'm being entertaining. Right? I'm getting fucking hurt. I'm getting knocked down. No, let's not do this. So what AJ's been doing, he's been trying to adopt a risk-free approach He's been trying to adopt, a jab-heavy approach to the sport. Let's throw bursts of power punches, and let's stay away from counter shots. So let's throw these power shots and get back on the bicycle. And he's actually been doing this with no fucking criticism, with zero criticism. He's been doing this against Carlos Takam, against Joseph Parker. He's been jumping in with jabs and power shots and getting back on the outside. And the way Anthony Joshua's talking right now, it looks like he's going to do the exact same thing against Alexander Povetkin. He's talking about being entertaining, but at the same time, he's talking about, I got to box clever in this one. Povetkin's everyone's talking to this guy about how dangerous Povetkin is. Everyone's, I think they got AJ psyched out, and maybe he's worried about training with Povetkin. So it's a tough fight. It's a tough fight to call. I mean, I tell you right now, Povetkin's got the power advantage. I'll tell you right now, if Povetkin is anywhere near the shape and form he was in when he fought Carlos Takam, when he knocked out Carlos Takam, something AJ couldn't do, that tells me Povetkin has something extra on his punches, right? And I'm going to assume he's got the best scientists in the world behind him to fucking dodge some drug tests, okay? And I believe karma's a bitch as well. If some karma comes to AJ, I wouldn't be surprised. I'll say that first and foremost. But in terms of boxing ability, I actually don't see any part of AJ's boxing skill set that is superior to Alexander Povetkin. I actually don't see it. They both have good jabs. They're both calculated in their work. They're both pretty quick-fisted in terms of speed. I think Anthony Joshua is surprisingly fast for a heavyweight. But I also believe Alexander Povetkin has similar speed and can be right there. He can match up very... I think he match up very evenly with Anthony Joshua. Right? Let's talk about the jab. I think AJ's got the better jab. He's a longer fighter. He's a taller fighter. And I do think he's got the reach advantage. He's got the better jab in my book. Better foot movement. You know what? This is another tough one because both of them are pretty quick on their feet. Povetkin is also underrated. He's got underrated feet. But physical strength, I give to AJ. Absolutely. Physically, AJ's the stronger guy. And I'd like to see him adopt some techniques that Lennox Lewis used to use. Some techniques that Vladimir Klitschko had used in the Povetkin fight. Not as blatant, not as foul-filled. But he can definitely wear out Povetkin if he actually gets in on the clinch and puts some weight on Povetkin. So I think that's something AJ needs to implement. Otherwise, if he can't do anything to slow down the Energizer Bunny, that is Povetkin, he's in for a long night. He's in for a very long night. But ultimately, I'm just going to get right into the prediction. I got Anthony Joshua by controversial decision. There's no way this fight goes 12 rounds and Eddie Hearn allows these judges to have Povetkin winning. There's just no way. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be a fight that Joshua is supposed to come in here and knock out Povetkin. I think that's really what the fans want to see. But once again, I think Joshua's going to fall short of expectations. And you see how he's using Wilder's name to promote the fight again? He's talking about, I'm definitely going to fight Wilder. We're going to make that fight happen. Fuck out of here, man. Get this dude the fuck out of here, man. I got AJ by controversial decision. that's how I see the fight. I think it's similar to the Joseph Parker fight, but I think Povetkin's going to put a little more heat on AJ. And we're going to see how it all unfolds. E-King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. And for more boxing updates, for more news and live coverage, tune in, man. Stay tuned to E-King Fight News. Hit the bell icon if you haven't already. And support us on Patreon, man. Patreon/eKingFightNews. And we're out.